Check 1 2, y'all. Big Mike coming at you live and direct. Mack City Limits Radio Show. Getting on here, man. Going to do a impromptu show. Me and Tony, we just did a marathon banger, man. We did about 3 hours. I will be cutting that up into select tidbits and bites. But one of the topics that we discussed was the Klay Thompson and Megan Thee Stallion scandal. And really, there's no scandal to it, but the skillets out there have turned it into a scandal. Yeah, man. I mean, if you want to go ahead and make a mountain out of a molehill, all you need to do is get these skillets involved, man. And they're going to do that, man. They're going to do that. They are going to blow things seriously out of proportion, man. So, yeah, I was talking to Tony about it, and I was thinking to myself, man, like, they kicking up dust over this? You know what I mean? I mean, they are very, very reactive, very protective of their patron saint of ratchetry. Oh, yes, they are. Oh, yes, they are, Jack. And all this did for me, man, it just made me have flashbacks of what I went through, man, when I was in the hustle and I was in the game, dealing with all of these women for like 12 years. It was the most mind-numbing experience that you could go through, man. You just couldn't believe that people had this sort of thought process. And what thought process is that, man? The thought process of never owning what you do. You just don't own it. You move the goalposts, you shift the blame, you point fingers at others, and you thinking to yourself, I mean, they got to know that it ain't nobody else's fault but theirs, but no, they really genuinely feel that they're above the fray, man, that they cannot be blamed for anything that happens to them in life. When the reality is they are the sole controller of the things that happen to them in life. And so after me and Tony got done talking about that, I got back online just to see what everybody else was talking about. Then I went ahead and stumbled upon the Megan Thee Stallion meme. And I was like, ooh, wee, that's spicy right there. That's spicy. I don't know if y'all seen it, man. It's real hard to find, man. Meg is very, very connected with the deep state, man. Yeah, I mean, they really promote her because, I mean, they want her to be out there to influence these skillets, man. And you can't have her out there being brought to heel by the culture, by the black men in the culture, man. They're going to protect her at all costs, Jack. So, yeah, I was out there trying to find a meme. I'm like, what is this meme? What's the controversy all about, man? For those that ain't seen it, it's Megan Thee Stallion bent over a couch, and then you got all of these dudes who she's had a relationship with the past 5 years, I guess. Everybody in line, about to take a turn, about to go deep. You know what I mean? And at the very, very end, you had the Klay Thompson cat, man, holding flowers. Oh, man. Deep, man. And, man, the skillets went ballistic, son. The skillets went ballistic. They're like, no, you did not. How dare you? You know, but the thing is, it's like, well, yeah, it's not very flattering. It's not a good look, but where's the lie? Where is the lie? That's what we want to know. It's like, y'all more concerned with the optics, man, than the truth or the falsehood of the matter. It's like, yeah, I mean, did she or did she not have relationships with all these dudes? Yeah. And keep in mind, this is what the deep state wants. They want skillets with reckless, suicidal behavior out there just giving away the box, man. They don't want no standards. They don't want no quality. They don't want none of that, man. They want you out there fueling the prison industrial complex. And the only way you do that is to have bastard babies. They want the skillet out there to have reckless sexual encounters so that they can have these bastard babies so that they can fuel the prison industrial complex. And Megan Thee Stallion is a valuable player in that. She strengthens and emboldens that culture. But yeah, man, it took me a while to find that meme. I'm like, ooh, they jumping on this real quick, man. They are scrubbing the internet. I went to Google and I tried to Google the meme and it wouldn't come up. Only way I could come up on it was to go to certain videos of people who had it, like on TikTok or whatever, and screenshot it, man. And I want to screenshot it and put it in the video, but I don't know if the video will stay up if I do that. I don't know. Yeah, the deep state is reacting big time to this, man. They are protecting their assets, for real. But yeah, getting back on these skillets they out there defending their patron saint of ratchetry. Yeah, man. Where is the lie? And you know why they defended it, man? Because they want to excuse the behavior because they want to indulge in the behavior. They want to be able to ride that sausage farm, man, until it go belly up, son. Yeah, they don't want any standards. They don't want any quality. They just want to party. They want to ride the big meat. And Megan Thee Stallion gives them carte blanche, gives them the excuse that they need to do it. Because all they got to do is be like, well, Meg is doing it, so it must be okay. She turned out all right, so it must be okay. Look, she's a boss babe, so it must be okay. She running things. It must be okay. So yeah, man, these skillets, they gonna come out the woodwork, man, like roaches fleeing pesticide, man. They gonna come all up out the cracks on this one. No, you did not. No, you didn't. Yeah, man, they ain't having that. They are coming out, Jack. They coming out in full force. They real good to defend some ratchetness. They real good. And that just reminded me, man. I was like, good Lord, man. The stuff that I seen, the stuff that I tolerated, stuff that I put up with. Yeah, man, shoot. And just with the Klay dude, man, like I never knew who he was. You know, when the females was like, hey, ain't nobody even know who he is. And, which is true for me because I don't follow basketball. Basketball ain't my bag, man. But, you know, I felt sorry for the boy, man, because he fell into the same trap I fell into, man. You out there, you just trying to be a good dude. You kicking it, you parlaying with a chick, then all of a sudden you like, well, okay, I see that, you know, the optics on this is bad, man, so I may have to just fall back. But then when you fall back on a broad, man, then all of a sudden, oh, man, here come the lies and the slander and the innuendos, man. Yeah, Jack. I mean, like when I was in the game and I was having females doing work for me, and I no longer really had a use for them, bruh. It was a situation where, you know, I just had to let them go. And when I let them go, yeah, there was some sour grapes about that. They was mad about that, man. So, you know, you know what the skillet go-to move is. I'm going to lie on you, and I'm going to get you in trouble, and I'm going to get my baby daddy Daquan, and he's going to assault you. And then in the back of my mind, I'm thinking, no one's going to believe this broad, man. You know what I mean? Anybody with a lick of sense knows she's just bitter. She got sour grapes because, you know, brother had to move on. You know what I mean? But lo and behold, you know, Big Mike got a crash course in low IQ thought processes in the black community, man. Everybody and their mama believe these skillets, man. Everybody believe, just like what's going on with Klay right now. Yeah, Klay's the bad guy because he was cheap. He got caught cheap. Ain't a lick of proof of that at all. But everybody's very, very willing to accept that he did cheat and he's a cheater. Same way that happened with me. Big Mike is scandalous. Big Mike uses people. Big Mike films the girls and they don't even be knowing that they be getting filmed it on. Big Mike forced it at me to do it. Big Mike held a weapon to my head and said if I'm not gonna do it, he about to go Al Qaeda on me. It's like what the like, excuse me? You know, I got people coming up to me out the blue, out there in the hood, man, talking about why you do my cousin Quita like that. Like, what? Why do who like what? Like, who are you? And who is Quita? Who? What are you talking about? Well, like you don't know. Like I don't. Who is Quita? Like who is that? Yeah, I even had stuff like that happen, man. Females that I had never even met. For whatever reason, they wanted to get in on the drama. And it was like, yeah, I did work for Big Mike too. And he abused me too. Yeah, man, just females just trying to get on the gravy train, get on the money train, man. I was like, what? A couple times, man, I had to fight fire with fire. I had to get some of these so-called street thugs, man. I had to show them the documents, man. Yeah, I had to show, I was real selective of who I showed, though. I didn't want to show the baby daddies and the husbands and all that stuff. Because if I would have showed them dudes what I really had on their broad, man, I probably would have had to really, like, delete them dudes, man. Because they would have been so mad at me. Yeah, instead of just putting the blame where it actually belonged on the square shoulders of the chick, they're going to be mad at me. And I'm like, nah, so, if I had a cousin or a friend or a brother that was basically drinking the Kool-Aid, I'd be like, look, man, this is, I would have compilation videos of the chick. I would have 4 or 5 model releases ready to be displayed to show them. I'm like, man, look, you being taken for a ride, man. She's lying to you. She's trying to use you to get to me because I don't want to deal with her no more, dog. You know what I mean? And then they be looking shook, like, wow, really? Like, yeah, man. Mm-hmm. And so some of them dudes went back out there in the world and they disseminated the correct information, the correct knowledge to try and exonerate me. That was not easy because the lie still circulated, man. Black folk have a crazy talent, man, to want to believe the nonsense, man, want to believe the implausible. But yeah, man, that's all I've dealt with, man, through the years, man. I've been dealing with Megan Thee Stallions for like 12 years, man. And that's the default setting of most skillets, man. The default setting of most skillets is to always deny, always deflect, never be accountable. Right about now, that is just such a tired trope when it comes to the Black community, but it's one of the most vicious ones out there, the one's most pervasive when it comes to these skillets, man. And unfortunately, it's bleeding over into the male sector of the Black community, man. Due to the fact that we are raised by skillets, we tend to take on their characteristics and their proclivities, man. So yeah, when I'm looking at that meme, yeah, I'm like, okay, yeah, skillet, you might be mad about it, but own it. Y'all need to own it. Y'all need to own it, man. Y'all gonna be outlaws. Y'all gonna be ratchets. Own it. Don't be mad when somebody call it out. Own it. Just like I used to tell these skillets, man, you should do work for me. Look, you did adult entertainment. Just own it. It's much easier going down if you own it. But you run around here pointing at me, being mad at me, want to get me hurt and locked up. And You know, that's a bad look on you once all the facts come out, man. And people gonna be looking at you like you 14 karat crazy for real. I realize it's gonna take a while for the truth to come out because a lot of people they do not want to believe that they so-called cousin or sister or girlfriend or wife is on that type of time. But best man, you best believe when the cat's away, the mice will play, dog. For real. These females will get down at the drop of a hat. All they need is an excuse. And then once they get busted, now all of a sudden they want to play Mother Mary. Yeah, they want to start clutching them pearls. Oh my goodness. Oh my God. Too late for that. You got about 5 years under your belt of putting in work. Megan Thee Stallion it is proof of her doing what she doing. And all you skillets running to the rescue talking about how dare you put that meme out there. Once again, where's the lie? Where's the lie? Yeah, man, it's all I've ever done is deal with the evilness and the backbiting and the backstabbing of the skillet, man. I remember telling y'all that one story, man, where one of my favorite chicks, man, she was actually trying to recruit me into getting a brother locked up because he wasn't going to claim her baby or something, man. She seen him at the gas station and she tricked me into stopping at the gas station because she said she wanted some Black and Milds. We stop at the gas station, she jump out. She don't go into the gas station. She run over to the pump where this dude is pumping gas and just start wailing on him and assaulting him and all that, man. I'm like, what is going on? So the dude, he was trying not to hit her. He was ducking and dodging. And finally, he just had enough. Went ahead and backhanded her. Pow! She did a 360, man, and she was, she couldn't believe it. She could not, her mind could not compute that the dude actually put his hands on her, right? And so dude looking over at me, he's like, hey, fam, man, come get her, man, come get her. And now me and this dude, I come to find out who he is afterwards, but this dude hated me, man. Me and this dude was low-key kind of like in competition for the chick. And he was always talking crazy about me, man. I'd even heard some of his voicemails. He was just like, I know where you at, girl. Of course, he didn't say girl. He called her another name. But he was like, I know where you at. I know you with that fat dude, that fat boy. He, of course, didn't call me a fat dude, fat boy. You know, he was much more descriptive. But yeah, man, he was dropping all sorts of hate on me, man. He hated my guts. So, like I said, afterwards, I found out who he was, and I found that to be very ironic and comical, man. But he wanted me to come get her. I ran over there and got her. I wrestled her up. I dragged her back to the ride, man. I told her to chill out. She over there crying and holding her face, and dude jumped in his ride and peeled out. Bam! And then she got on the phone. She was just like, I'm going to call the police. I'm like, you going to call the police for what? You seen what he did? I'm like, yeah, after you clocked him 8-9 times, I don't care. I'm calling the police. So she called the police. Police show up. And then she went to straight lying. Boy, fellas, when I tell you some of the stuff that I've seen these females do, how they would just straight lie to your face, lie in court, lie to the police, all in the name of getting you jacked up, son. You know what I mean? So yeah, the police was like, "Oh, what? He did what to you?" And you know, they was buying it hook, line, and sinker, man. And she was like, "Yeah, yeah." And then she was like, "If you don't believe me, ask him." And then she looked over at me and all the police, because it was like 3 police, and they was looking at me and they were just like, "Well, what did you see, sir?" And I was silent for a minute. They were just like, come on, you know, let us know what's going on. I'm like, okay, well, this is what happened. And I told him exactly what happened. We pull up to the gas station. She said she wanted Black and Milds. She didn't want Black and Milds. She actually wanted to come over here to assault that man while he was pumping his gas. And then she hit him 4 or 5 times. And then all of a sudden, he responds. And then she called the police. And then they looked at her and they looked at me. And I'm thinking, because I really didn't want to do it because, I don't want to see her get in trouble. But, I wasn't about to lie and get the homeboy jammed up, man. And so they were just like, oh, okay. So that's it then. So they got in the cruisers and they left. And I'm thinking, damn, really? That's it? You know what I mean? She don't even get a charge for making a false report or something? Or nah, man, they just, it is what it is. They swept it under the rug. They didn't care. I'm like, golly, man. I was just thinking, I was doing the mathematics. How many females are out there actually making false reports like this, and dudes is getting jammed up and brought into court and doing time off the word of this broad, man. You know what I mean? And if there wasn't, a lot of stand-up cats out there that I actually go to bat for dudes, just like me, man. Like case in point, if I would have knew who he was at the time, I still would not have co-signed that nonsense that broad was lying. That tall tale that she was selling, I still would not, man, I wouldn't have done that to homeboy, man. Irregardless how much he hated me. I mean, it is what it is. It's the cost of doing business. All's fair in love and war, Jack. But yeah, I'm not about to be a part of some maniacal skillets plot for revenge because some dude ain't trying to claim her baby. And turned out that, no, it wasn't his baby. It was not his baby, man. Yo, man, when you out here with these skillets, son, I'm trying to tell you, boy, you got to be careful, boy. You dealing with, you swimming with the sharks. You swim with the manta rays, the electric eels, boy. So yeah, I just want to get on here and just express myself on that, man. When we dealing with these skillets, man, we dealing with black culture. There ain't no honor in these broads, man. There ain't none whatsoever, man. So don't be looking for honor out of those who don't have none. They don't have it, Jack. If Megan Thee Stallion all of a sudden wants to be Mother Teresa, it's too late for that. It is too late for that, baby. Even though I believe that everybody deserves a second chance, you're not going to get no second chance by trying to demonize and vilify those who seen what you did. They seen what you did. They seen your behavior. Now, all you need to do is be like, hey, look, that was me back then. This is me now. I'm on some different stuff. Now, I'd appreciate it if you give me a fair shake. That's all you got to do. But you want to call in, the cavalry. You want to call in the military. You want to call people in to do all this damage control, like doing other folks bodily harm or whatnot. Then you want to call in the skillet army and try and bolster and solidify your psyop that you all pure, sweet, and innocent, man. Go on with that. Go on with that nonsense, man. Well, that's all I got to say about that, man. Yeah, that meme, woo-wee, it cuts deep. And that's how you know it's the truth. The way that they reacted, that's how you know it's real, it's true. Because, look, man, if it was on some falsehoods, if it was on some nonsense, they wouldn't be talking about it. They wouldn't even be concerned about it, man. But, yeah, y'all know the old adage, a hit dog a holler. Big Mike and I'm out.